I'm gonna RIP the city, everybody better know. March the banner of this county every time I'm coming home. When they start to play my music,
Good evening. Portland Metro Records presents Off the Record featuring Lovey James. And we have her here today. We even have her CD here today. It's going to be an amazing day of music, fun, and awesome questions and great answers. The cool part is we have Nate Botsford here with her, accompanying her later in the show. So you're actually going to get to hear Lovey live. So let's dive right into it. Lovey, you've got a new CD out. How long has this been coming?
I do. So I started getting all this put together on the beginning of the summer last year. So it's been a process. It actually took a shorter amount of time than I thought, but I'm excited. It's here, and I absolutely love it.
Now, you just turned 18?
18, yes.
Awesome. And this is not your first trip in the recording studio, is it?
No, it is not.
How long have you been recording?
Yeah, I've been recording since I was about 14. I wasn't really doing anything serious back then. It was more just like recording songs for my family and my friends, but I loved it and I wanted to get more serious. So after Idol, I decided to release an album.
So you were actually on American Idol,
I was, yes.
Wow. How far did you get?
I made it to the top 12 girls, so the top 24 officially.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Thank you,
That is awesome. So what season were you on? I'm not a
Idol junkie.
watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It was season 14, so last year was actually their last season ever. So I was on the season just right before that.
So season 13 you were there.
14,
or
I
14,
think. Yeah.
excuse me. Amazing. And then what was it like getting to meet the judges and be trained by some of the best people in the industry?
It was unreal. I think auditioning, walking in the room with the 3 judges was probably the scariest thing of my life. But, and I honestly didn't think I would make it that far. You know, it was just more of like my mom, hey, you know, Idol's in town, we should go. And I was like, okay, sure. And it just kind of kept going. And I was like, wow, this is serious. This is a big deal. So I started getting more committed, more determined. And the people I worked with were amazing.
Do you remember what you sang when you first walked in that room? Was it the actual Idol judges, or was it just kind of like 3 guys in a room going, yeah, she can sing?
So there was like a few auditions to actually make it to the first audition. But when I got in front of the judges, I sang Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys.
Oh, wow.
And
Awesome.
they aired Break Free by Ariana Grande, which is another song I sang.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. So when you were on Idol, how much of what you guys, you know how they show that, I know they do like some behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
How much of that's scripted and how much of it is just like live? Is it live or is
I would say almost all the interviews are pretty live. I mean, you know, they get to pick and choose what you know, they show. But it's never really scripted. They never really told us what to say unless it was like, watch American Idol, you know, stuff like that.
That's cool.
But yeah, it was all pretty real.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Did you make
Yes.
any good friends or long-lasting relationships out there?
I did. I made a lot of close friends, actually, because I was 16, turning 17, that whole kind of process. I had to do what was called set school. So every day for 3 hours, I had to actually go to school. And that was a process with a lot of the other minors who were competing on the show. So that was our time. We made some great memories, and I'm actually still in contact with a few of them. So it's really cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
So when you were, because you've been in the business for quite a while now, was it a whole other learning process, learning how to perform on TV? Plus you're kind of growing up at the same time.
Yeah, I think that was really hard for me
bet.
because I started singing really young, and I was doing a lot of Broadway show tune stuff.
Oh, wow.
So I went from, you know, jazz hands, big performance, yeah, crazy, to, you know, then recording how different it was singing live show tunes and then singing pop in a recording studio. It's like completely different, you know.
Sure.
On stage, it's all belting and high performance, and in the studio, the tiniest things are heard. So I went from that to recording studio and then TV, kind of the same thing, where, you know, they see every little blink and every little move, but still having that same performance quality at the same time. It was tough, but I think it was a really good learning experience for me.
Sure, sure. And how did your when it finally came time, because you said you made it to the last, the last few rounds, when it was time to go, was it something where you felt it was time to go too, or did you want to keep going on, or had the feelings kind of worn off?
Yeah.
How did you take it?
I was heartbroken when I got
bet.
eliminated. I didn't think I would take it as hard as I did, but it was very tragic for me. Just at the time, because it took about a year of my life, and it was kind of a very set schedule. Every day, woke up, filmed, practiced, all that good stuff, and then just to be cut off very unexpectedly, and then
like the door closes.
exactly, and I
done,
was like, what am I gonna do now? Back to a regular life, So that was really tough for me. But I think the time I did get eliminated was a good time because, I got to kind of realize, figure out what I wanted to do, and it was really motivational
Sure.
for me.
Who was your favorite judge?
Oh, this is so tough. I think everyone's favorite overall was probably Jennifer Lopez, but my personal favorite was Harry. I just loved his advice, and he's like kind of the Simon Cowell of the group.
Plus, he's from your era.
Yes,
so to
exactly, and
speak.
he
and every girl likes Harry.
yeah,
Let's face it. I don't know a girl
he's
that doesn't
cool.
like Harry.
His advice was very legitimate, and I took it because I feel like reality TV, it's easy for, producers get involved, and because it's TV, there's never, so I don't know, his advice was just very content with me.
Nice. So out of that, did any songwriting ideas make it on to the CD here?
Yes, they did. I'm really glad you mentioned that, actually. So the third track on my album is called Home, and it's a track that I wrote with Nate. And we kind of got the inspiration through Idol, just because it was a very long process. And because I was a minor, I had a parent with me, luckily. So my dad was with me almost the whole time. Yeah, very thankful for that. But I come from a very large family of 6 kids, and I did miss a lot while I was gone. So
Sure.
there was moments where I was homesick. And I was like, I just want to sleep in my own bed. Like, I'm kind of tired of hotels, or, just like little things like that. So this song is called Home, just how important it is, home is where the heart is, and
Sure.
never forget your roots.
So I had a sister, younger sister, and then I had a stepsister, younger, and younger stepbrother. Were there, because there's always the ones you like best. So who were the brothers and sisters that you missed the most? Or did you miss them all? Or was it like then you got home and you're like, oh, and I remember why I don't miss you?
Oh my gosh, that is funny. I have a very funny relationship with the sister right below me. Her name's Kendall. Her and I can fight about the stupidest things, but we're also probably the closest. At the same time, it's so weird. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to see you right now. Please go away. But other times I'm like, you're my best friend. Get over here. Like, what are you doing? So I don't know. We have a very weird relationship. I wouldn't say I missed one more than the other. I just missed them all together.
Yeah,
Family.
it must have been proud to have your dad there. He must
Yeah,
have just been beaming
absolutely.
the whole time.
Yes.
Talk about being on air or floating on air as a dad. That's,
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
great.
cool.
So you are, you're pretty seasoned. You've been on Idol. You've been kind of all over the country. What are the cities that you've been to, and where do you want to go next?
Oh, goodness. I think I was asked this just a few interviews, I've been asked this before. I don't think I can name them all, or at least remember. When I first started getting more into like the recording and stuff and trying to grow a fan base and get more exposed, I did a few social media tours, I guess you could say, which was with a few popular kids who are just big on like Instagram and YouTube and Vine, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was really different for me, but I think it was good because I did get to go out there. But I was able to go to Washington, D.C., which was really cool.
Wow.
New York is really cool. The first time I went to New York, it's kind of funny. I was expecting something huge. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people here. Like, it's dirty. My expectations were totally, higher. But I love New York. It's
That's
so cool. So many people get to go there. But I have some family in Arizona and Utah, so I've done a few shows there.
What part of Arizona? Were you in Phoenix? Or?
Phoenix,
Okay.
yep.
Right
Trying
on.
to think where else. I've been New Jersey, Orlando, a lot of places.
Orlando, were you at like a Disney World event, I assume? Or?
No, it wasn't. It was called Playlist Live. It was a huge event. It's probably the biggest show I've ever played. I'm really grateful to have been able to do that. And I met a lot of people who, like, even I am fans of, big YouTubers and stuff like that.
Great. It seems like YouTube is kind of where it's at for the
It's
young up and coming
huge,
artists.
totally. Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, in putting this CD together
Mm-hmm.
and writing for it, you made a great ally in Nate. How did you guys
Absolutely.
connect? How did that all come together?
We met a few years ago through a producer who actually helped me write and produce this entire album. His name is Steve Sundholm. And he'd been working with Steve, and I'd been working with Steve, and we just kind of connected. I was actually doing covers on YouTube, which was another way I kind of got started and got out there, putting my own twist on current songs. And Nate was helping me out with that. He was giving me all the instrumentals and has been in a few of my videos. So just like that, you know, and then we just kind of made a relationship, and he's been touring with me and doing a lot of acoustic sets around Portland.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
amazing.
awesome.
That's a
He's
great
a good guy to
connection.
have around, for sure.
Definitely. So, speaking of your videos, I had a chance to watch a few of your videos.
Cool.
There's one I'm trying to remember where you get to break stuff and
Yes.
tear up some pictures, and it is the guys. You gotta watch the video, because if you ever break up with a girl, she's showing you everything that the girl is gonna do to your stuff.
Pretty
I'm just
much.
giving you a fair warning. So tell us about that video and what that song was.
Yeah, so the song is called Can't Break a Broken Heart. I had a blast filming the video. It was, you know, kind of showing the process that a girl goes through after a breakup. You know, you're sad, you eat all the food, and you mope around, and you watch sad movies, but then you get angry, and you break stuff, which was kind of scary for me to film. Like, I was like closing my eyes, smashing the dishes, but it was fun. Got to get some anger out during that video. But the song is just about, you know, we all go through experiences, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I love that Kelly Clarkson song, and it's so true. You know, sometimes the terrible experiences that we go through are learning experiences, and they only help us to make, you know, better judgments in the future.
Sure. And was that filmed actually at your house, or was that filmed in the studio? Where
It
was that
wasn't.
filmed at?
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was called, but it was here in Portland.
Oh, okay.
And it was really cool loft that they rented out, and it was perfect. I loved it. It was like total random. You would never expected up this.
So it wasn't the
stairs
loft's
and-
dishes, was it?
No, no. I brought my own dishes. I don't think they would
That's
have
good.
liked that.
That's awesome. And then you have a song you're going to perform for us today.
I do.
What are you going to be performing?
It's the first single that I released off the album, and it's called Unbelievable.
Okay, great. And Nate's going to come out and play?
He is.
Sweet. I think it's about that time that we get Nate out here to play. What do you think?
Awesome. Let's do it.
Awesome. Thanks. Portland Metro Records presents Lovey James and Nate Botsford.
It's crazy, crazy, the way that I've been feeling lately. I'm in a place I never thought I would be, and I'm seeing things I never thought I'd see. You're haunting, haunting, like a ghost. You can move right through me. I would give anything to feel you near me. And now I know that this is real. You make me believe in the unbelievable. Now I can see what I've been missing all along. No, I never thought it was possible. Two worlds colliding, stars fall. Now I believe in the unbelievable. When I'm with you, there's nothing that I can't do. Make me feel like nothing is impossible. And I just gotta let you know that I was so lost. But then you came and found me. I thought that love was only something Now I can see what I've been missing all along. No, I never thought it was possible. Two worlds collide and stars fall. Now I believe in the unbelievable. I know that this is right when I look into your eyes, and I believe tonight in the unbelievable. Now I can see what I've been missing all along. No, I never thought it was possible. Two worlds collide and stars fall. Now I believe in the unbelievable. The unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
Coming up at the Aloha Farmers Market June 2nd from 5 to 6 p.m., we are going to have Lovey James performing all the hits. Have a great day, all. Thank you all for watching.
Now it's my preference. November 29, no doubt I was destined. All in due time, it'll happen, no stressing. Let it breathe, then apply pressure. Doing last round, competition better catch up. Never slay opponents and I spare none. Call a coroner, put them back together. Leave them all severed, they ain't on my level. Gotta be careful, wordplay clever. Hell raising when I'm trailblazing. Winning on the road and it feels amazing. But when I come home, everybody's favorite. Get love from the city when they start parading. Celebration, they know the winner. We get things popping in the motor center. 5 on the clock, got 4 defenders. DL with a shot when I go to finish. History in the making, behold and witness. Victory is my